you heard of Truenorth.bet?
Sure have.
Okay, well, you have because you're listening right now. Built to be the credible, dependable, safe gaming experience that Canadians are looking for, Truenorth.bet focuses exclusively on Canada and Canadian players. Truenorth.bet also takes pride in having the best customer service on the market. They're professional, efficient, and built for you. You should do this. Visit Truenorth.bet/STPN. Check it out. So let me say this. I want to say this. I think it's really important that you know this. 50 goals in 50 games doesn't count unless it started from game 1 of the season.
Damn. That sucks, man. I'm going to say it anyway because it's a thing that he did.
You two, Steve in particular, who probably over 10 minutes, but you guys put a lot of energy into the trolls out there. Who
Yeah,
are
we got to
trolling
stop
these
doing
fans.
that. You're right. Don't tweet. You're right.
Your
When in doubt, don't
LFR
tweet.
was
Yep.
19 minutes long.
You're
About
welcome.
50% of that was just responding to people who were getting you to respond
You're welcome.
by trolling you.
Nope. Here's what I do. I gave out the good content.
Yeah.
I gave that out where I said 50 in 50 means 50 in 50. Shut your whiny mouth. And then you know what I did? I shut the faucet off. I let it pour out for whatever it was, 5-10 minutes. And then I shut the faucet off and there were no leaks.
Uh-huh.
No leaks. I was done after that. I was done. I got it out there and I was done. You shut it off like you're shutting it off for the winter.
The reality is it's 51 goals in 50 games, and it's extraordinarily impressive, and it doesn't matter. I don't care if it happened, and I don't care if this is somebody else. If it was Ovi, I wouldn't care. If it doesn't start on game 1, who fucking cares? Over a 50-game span, scoring 50 goals is really impressive.
Right.
Dude, so Ovi was actually... So I had someone say to me, now, if Matthews did this, but it was spread over a couple seasons, then I think you're stretching it a bit. And I was like, yeah, okay.
I agree with that.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I remember...
It actually is still impressive, though.
It's extraordinarily
I would
impressive,
probably
but
still count that. Like, I don't know.
I probably would too,
Yeah.
and so would most people, because a few years ago, Alexander Ovechkin, he didn't quite do it, but he was on the verge. It was like spread over 2 seasons. I want to say he ended up with like 47 or 48. And I remember like TSN and Sportsnet tracked it for like a couple weeks because they're like, hey, here's this thing Ovechkin did, and he might actually do it, and he would be the first guy to do it since blah, 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 blah. And you know how people responded to that
blah, blah,
news
blah,
story?
blah was a very good player, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Extremely good. Anyway, sorry,
Absolutely.
continue.
For a 4th-round pick. But you know what? You know how people reacted to that Ovechkin story from a few years ago?
Reasonably?
Yeah. Like, isn't that a neat thing?
Except for people in Pittsburgh who would not have. I can guarantee you they wouldn't have.
They might not have. And
And that's
I
okay.
didn't see it.
That's okay. They're supposed to hate him.
Yes.
They're supposed to.
So, I don't know. I was just sort of like, well, that's very interesting. Isn't he very good at goal scoring? And now the narrative around Matthews is the same.
He's not.
Everyone's just like, man, it's fine that you're doing this.
What I love is the crowd is just they're so mad, and I sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say what the crowd, like, one of their big arguments to troll Leafs fans is the Wikipedia entry about 50 and 50.
Yeah,
because when you read the first 2 lines, I'll read it out to everyone. The phrase 50 goals in 50 games refers to the act of scoring 50 goals within the first 50 games of a National Hockey League season. Scoring 50 goals in 50 or fewer NHL games is a rare achievement. The NHL defines 50 goals in 50 games to mean that a player scores 50 goals in the team's first 50 games of the season, not the player's first 50.
Okay.
The feat has been achieved by 8 times
and listen,
by 5 different guys.
Is it the same? Did he do it from the beginning of the season? No, he did not. But 50 goals in 50 NHL games is pretty good. And I don't know. I don't really care if it makes it into the Wikipedia article. It's just really nice to watch the best goal scorer that's ever played for the Toronto Maple Leafs score goals.
it hasn't been done since one of the top 3 players in the sport's history did it in 1996. Guys, it's really impressive that he's doing this.
And why? I know. Listen, I'm going to ask this question.
Like,
I'm going to know the
I can't
answer.
believe we're that basic.
Yeah, it's impressive, but it's not 50 and
But
50.
it's because it happened in Toronto, guys, and you know that. We're the Death Star. We're the evil empire. We're the
Except we don't win.
No, we don't win. But neither does the Empire. The Empire,
No,
the Empire, like,
didn't win.
listen,
You
the
know?
Empire won. They won their first round pick and they got Darth Vader, and that was great. But they never actually completed the goal of dominating the galaxy.
It's true.
And the Leafs have not done that either.
No.
So I feel like I understand why people are trolling. I understand why people don't like this. But the reality is, you can suck on it because they won.
I respect the people who are trolling.
Wouldn't you do? Wouldn't you want to do a little bit of the same thing? Like,
Yeah.
if this happened to somebody in Winnipeg, like if Winnipeg hadn't been stupid and actually held on to Patrick Laine and he'd scored at the pace that he should have been, instead of trying to make him play defense, you idiots. Maybe as a Leaf fan, you're in there going, okay, I'm going to troll this guy a little bit because it's fun. But don't, like, if you're a Leaf fan, like, let it go. You got Matthews, let it go.
Just literally, it's fine. I don't know. I don't understand it, man. There were the people who were trolling. I was like, okay, cheeky, clever, funny. But then you would read them, and I'm like, you genuinely believe this? Like, you don't. This is fine. And I noticed it coming from Habs fans in particular and Oilers fans in particular. And I feel like it's the perfect storm of fan bases. The Habs have a long established rivalry with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Mm-hmm.
The Oilers bizarrely think they do for some reason. Okay.
McDavid versus Matthews.
McDavid versus Matthews.
I also think Oiler fans are the most likely fans in the entire league. If there's going to be a team fight for futility, it's Edmonton and Toronto.
Oh, definitely.
Like, teams that should be good but haven't been. Right?
Definitely. Oh, Nylander's had a good couple weeks. Fuck you. Dreisaitl's better. What?
Yo, but I think Leaf fans do that to Oiler fans all the time.
Do they? I believe you that they do.
I think that,
But
especially
I think we
when it
have
comes to
one guy
Draisaitl.
on the show who does that.
No, all I said was Matthews is the best player in the world right
Oh.
now, and he is the
was
best
like,
player in the world
What
right
guest
now.
did we have? Oh, Adam.
I was right, and that was before he took off. Like, he was scoring a lot, but he wasn't scoring like this.
No. So it's Habs and Oilers, but it's also because I feel like those two fan bases are married to the accomplishment. Maurice Richard was the first to score 50 and 50. Gretzky was the best to score 50
that's a
and
good
50.
point.
Right? So Maurice Richard first, Gretzky 50 and 39, which is preposterous. So that's why those two fan bases are the most ravenous about it.
Huh. That's a good. Okay,
I know I make those.
I'm into that.
You know, do you
They're
see how I
protective,
almost knocked this over?
and I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't really care. The Habs aren't going to the playoffs. They're an absolute fucking non-factor this year. They are.
Yeah.
Just watch, like, and like, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't think Montreal will never be good again or whatever. And then with Edmonton, I think it's tough because they ultimately, the Matthews distraction is a distraction because they're deeply concerned and should be about the team's holes going into the playoffs. I mean, really, that's what it is.
I mean,
It's like, why talk about how iffy the Oilers are when you can, dunk on some Leaf fans? Honestly, if I'm an Oiler fan, I take that.
I guess I don't know. I feel like I just don't have the energy to.
Well, you got 19 minutes of energy for
Yeah,
your
you got, like-
LFR.
Yeah.
No. Only about 8 of the 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Come on, man.
Okay.
Calm
Sorry.
down.
I'm sorry.
Calm down.
Sorry.
No, but like to just established. I don't like the history of the Minnesota Wild, but like I have a hard time going out of my way to be like, Wild fucked up. Here's Matt Dumba set the record for goals in a season by a defenseman, and I go, nope. No, he did not. What? He literally did. It's a franchise record. What are you talking about? No. The other one was Matthews with his historic goal. His historic 57th. It's bullshit. That's not historic. Lots of players have scored more than that. It's like, what? It's historic because it's a franchise record for a franchise that's been around for 100 years.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?